Everyone. I would like to provide a quick introduction to our interface for IDT740 Design Studio in eCampus. I want to make sure that everyone is very comfortable with how to access the content materials and the tools available before we get too much further into the class. As part of the process, we'll be able to review what we have accomplished thus far in the course. So let's begin over here on the left. The course that we have is IDT 740. It's a combined class of two sections, section 001 and 7D1. The course syllabus is provided in this link, and all of you by now should have downloaded the course syllabus. Here's what it looks like if you haven't. You can look at it online, but by clicking here, you can download it as a PDF file. I just want to call attention to the fact that in the syllabus, we have these 9 expected learning outcomes. All of the assignments are aligned to these outcomes, so that as we work through the readings and discussions and activities and assignments, we're working through these 9 different learning outcomes. Here's a list of the assignments, their point value, and due dates, so that everybody does have a plan for where we're going and what are the major assignments for the class and what are the weekly assignments. So that gives you an idea about the syllabus. And that's available for you anytime. Well, let's look at the course content. I present the content of the course in weekly folders. Let's look at week 1. This is where we started. And everyone's completed the activity in the discussion where you introduced yourself. And all of these have been read and graded. Let's go back to course content. In week 1, the readings for this week were presented in this week 1 blog. And you click on this, and here we're in the blog area where the reading is presented, and you see the list of questions. So the idea is that you use the Create a Blog tool to post your response. Here are the questions. You can copy them. And then when you create a blog entry, you can give it a title. Whatever you want to call it. And to make it easy for yourself, you just paste in the discussion questions. And just like any blog tool, you have access to these tools here for formatting your material, typing in your answers to the questions here. And this is how you post this. You can include movies, links to movies, or you can embed the actual movies. You can work in HTML, which is kind of nice if you're wanting to learn that skill. And then you can post your entry. So as it is completed, it appears here. It's easy to click on, and now it's visible. Your classmates can comment on it. So this is a little bit different than the discussion tool. What I like about it is it gives you a chance to have a little more independence and also formatting capabilities with your blog responses. To create a blog is a little bit like creating a little mini paper, and that's what access to this tool can give you. Let's go back to course content. Now in week 2, we're working with the base groups. This was an introductory assignment for base groups. I want everyone to become familiar with Scratch. We are going to be using Scratch, as this document suggests, as part of the final project submission. You'll do a little pitch presentation using Scratch. And you are aware of that now, so you have 10 weeks to practice. And many of you already are familiar with Scratch, which is great. And the direction was to go to your base group activities for the week 2 discussion. So as the instructor, I have to log in student mode to access the base groups. I'm going to go into the group blog here, and I can see that you've seen the blog for the base group discussion and have responded to it. And then I can click on these and easily see it. And Jamie has presented her response to the questions in blog format. My request to everyone is that in responding to the blogs, you post a blog. I don't want you to just upload a Word file, because that's not doing a blog. That would be more like just, here's the link to my file, and we leave the blog area. We're no longer able to see your text. Here we can see everybody's text who's uploaded a blog. And that makes it very convenient and promotes discussion. And here's the comment tool. If I have to upload your Word file, it's taking me away from the discussion. And also learning how to do a blog and be comfortable with that format is one of the goals for this class. So let's see where we are in week 3. But I can see that you definitely know how to use this tool. And with a few changes of using the blog directly and not uploading files, you're very comfortable with it. Week 3. What are we doing in week 3? We are reading these 2 books. There are discussion questions for both. Again, you'll click on this. You'll create a blog entry. I've created a sample so that you can see it. And then you copy the questions just to make it easy for yourself and just answer them. And there are questions pertaining to the readings in both books. Now, in week 3, the other thing that we have, I'm going to turn off the preview here and be back in the instructor mode. In this case, it looks very similar. Week 3, this is the assignment portal where you post your step 1. Here are the guidelines for step 1, and it also includes the rubric. You've also been given the rubric in Excel format. Click on this, and this is where you upload your file. Now, you're sharing it in your groups, which many of you have already done, to get some informal feedback. This is where you'll post your version next Tuesday, a week from today, incorporating some of the review comments from your peers or from the instructor, and you'll upload your file. In this case, I want you to upload a file. So it's just an overview of the logistics of the course. This is also a very good time for me to say to you, please let me know if some aspects of the course could be more clear, if some of the tools that we're using are confusing, please let me know. I would also like to know if you have ideas for related readings or technologies that you could use in your base groups to encourage collaboration. That would be fine. In some cases in the past, as time went on in the course, some of the groups preferred to work with other software, that is fine. But let's see, one more look really quickly. I want you to be aware that in the base groups, these are all the tools that you have access to. You can send email, you can use a wiki that's provided, you can do a group journal, a group blog tool, which we've used already, file exchanges where you can share your postings for step 1 through 6. You can make your group kind of have its own homepage. I might use the group task area, but primarily I'll use the group blog to post things for you and to share information. You do have a discussion board. Many of you have already used it. So that just gives you an update on the course. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm really very open to comments from you, and I look forward to us having a great class together. So thank you very much. This should be a fun class because you're making something as part of the class that has application for your work or your personal interests. Thank you.